else. Good morning, everyone. Just getting my PowerPoint up. Hopefully Dawn can see my PowerPoint. Good morning and welcome to Wonder Wednesday. I wonder what you're wondering about. I wonder what you wonder about. What do you wonder about? What do you think about? What's on your mind? Everyone wonders what it would be like, and they fear taking the first step forward. The first step toward it. No, Dawn's not hearing me. No slide. Not sure what the no was, but there you go. Slide. Slide. You have a slide now, Dawn? Say yes. All right. Yay, we have a slide. Bonus. Oh, how is everybody this morning? Hi, Dawn. Eileen, Hugh, Jenny, John, Margaret, Maurice, Sandy, Tamara. I got to tell you guys, I was up most of the night. I woke up at about 1 o'clock in the morning. I had to have a potty break for some reason. I drank a lot of water yesterday. And after that, I couldn't really get back to sleep. I kind of tossed and turned. I was, my mind wasn't really racing or anything. I just wasn't sleeping. I kept waking up and turning over and waking up. I had some really weird dreams. And I woke up this morning feeling like I was on top of the world. I was amazing. It was really quite, considering the lack of sleep I had last night, I feel amazing. I'm not even really very tired. I actually feel pretty good. And it's because before I got up, I decided I was going to feel good. I was already waking up. I was already in that mode of, oh my goodness, I get a chance to do this all over again. Good morning. Do you wake up feeling like that every day? Yes. I get to do this all over again. I get to take another stab at it. I get to do it again. I get to think differently today. I get to take another step and another and another. Yes. We talked yesterday about writing our stories. How did you do, Judy? Did you write your story out? Did you get it written out? Did you read it yet this morning to yourself or out loud? Yes, Judy? Tell me you did. I'm not a morning person, and medication makes it worse. I get off the medication, Jenny. That's what you want to work toward, right, Jenny? I know it is. With our minds, we can do that. So, Judy, how are you doing? How does that feel to write that story? I bet you're feeling a whole different today. Yes? There's something different about today than you've been feeling. I bet, Judy, that you have a little hope. Am I right? Are you feeling a little hopeful, Judy? Absolutely, Jenny. And I know that you know that the more you work on your thoughts, because you're already seeing things, you're changing, right? And if you listen to Louise Hay, if you listen to the Law of Attraction, if you listen to Abraham, you listen to anyone, you can heal your body. You can heal your body. Well, Judy, you know that you can feel better. Go and read your story. Get it out right now and read it out loud. Read it out loud to yourself. Feel good about it. You know that you want a better life. Wouldn't it be nice if you had a better life and you wrote the story of what your better life is like? So read it out loud, because I can tell you that every time that I read my story out loud, it becomes more passionate. It becomes more real. The first time I wrote it, it was funny because I shared it with Tamara. I typed it up and shared it, and she said, "You have such a way with words," and I laughed, and I said, "No, I don't. Think and grow rich." Hey, and I know this is not what we're on today, but this motivates me, because I know that somewhere in there you guys are stuck. Okay, you're stuck. You don't know how to do this. Do you know why I know this? Because I was like that. I didn't know how to write the goal down, how to write the story the way they said in the book. And so I just copied the book. Okay, here's what the book says. Are you ready? By the first day of January 20th, I will have in my possession $100,000, which will come to me in various amounts from time to time during the interim. In return for this money, I will give the most efficient service of which I am capable, rendering the fullest possible quantity and the best possible quality of service of the sales representative. So he's going to sell stuff. You could say that simply. I believe I will have this money in my possession. My faith is so strong that I can now see this money before my eyes. I can touch it with my hands. It is now awaiting transfer to me in the proportion that I deliver the service I intend to render in return for it. I am awaiting the plan by which to accumulate this money, and I will follow that plan when it is received. Okay, so that's Napoleon Hill, Think and Grow Rich. That's right out of the book. Sound familiar, Tamara? Here's my story. It's June 14th, 2015, and we have $100,563.29 in our bank account. We are debt-free and looking to purchase our home. The money will come from various sources as we focus our attention on building the contact list builder funnel and on mentoring our members to do the same. I believe we will have this money in our possession. My faith is so strong that I can see this money before my eyes. I can touch it with my hands. It is now awaiting transfer to me. I am awaiting my plan and will execute my plan as it comes to me. There it is. Can you see that I copied it right out of the book? All I did was change a few things, made it mine. And it feels right. It feels like mine. I made it mine. This is my goal. This is my story, and it feels good. And the more I read it, the better it feels. The more it feels real. The more I can feel the essence of it. I can feel the vibration of it. And the plan is coming to me, and I do know what to do. Take the first step, and another, and another. We have been studying together TNT, the power within you. I noticed that Randy hasn't been here this week. We'll have to check in with him and make sure. He may have an outside engagement. TNT, the power within you, how to release the forces inside you and get what you want, by Claude M. Bristol and Harold Sherman. Have you guys all got your book? Oh, you know, yes, and in time, Claudia, in time. If you want to be off your medicine, in time you can get off of it, okay? That's really what it's all about. Still waiting, okay. Well, they will get there. Just going to tell you guys, you know, next time, go to your local bookstore and buy it. But in the meantime, the recordings are on the website so you can listen to them. You're going to love it when they come. But in time, if you want to, you know, and it's the same if you become ill. That's why we listen to the well-being meditation. If you want to become well, you can talk yourselves into becoming well. And, you know, Mary, I don't know, okay? It really depends on how strong your belief is that you can. And, you know, I'm not telling you to go off medication, not anyone, all right? You have to talk to your doctor, but you have to use your own judgment as well. Depends what the medication is for, okay? And it's really, you know, it's really about your belief. For now, let's work on having some fun in our lives. Let's work on stop being so hard on yourself, okay? And recognize that you can be, do, and have anything you want. So if you want to be someone who's healthy, wealthy, and wise, you can be. If you want to be somebody who's happy and enjoying life, you can be. Regardless of your situation, it's about finding the good in everything. Finding the good in a bad situation. I hate taking medicine too, and you know what? I take a little blue pill every day. There's my containers with my little blue pills. It's for my thyroid, and I know that I can get off those. I can do it naturally. I'm nervous to do it because I've been on those for a lot of years. So my thinking isn't in a place where I think that I can be off of those. I know how I feel when I don't take those pills, and I have no side effects with those pills. I've been taking them for 30 years, maybe more, over 30 years. And so I'm a little bit nervous to get off of those pills. However, I don't like putting something unnatural in my body. Yeah, I've been on mine for over 30 years, Claudia, and I'm nervous. If I miss a day, I feel it. So what that something can do for you. So we talked in the first chapter what that something is that we call TNT, what that something has done for others. Have you guys figured out yet what that something is? Have you figured out what the magic is, what the TNT is? Before we read what it can do for you, I want to know if you guys have figured out what it is. Yes, no? Yes, no? I wish Janet would quit asking questions and just read the chapter. No, no. What's the magic? You need to picture it with your heart. You need to picture it with your heart. If they pictured what they desired strongly enough and clearly enough and put in forth effort, every effort in the direction of their objective, they would have it. Remember we read the story yesterday? If you picture it. The successful men and women of the world never lose sight of their pictures. They keep on reminding their creative power of what they desire in life so that it will keep on attracting everything they need to materialize what they have pictured. So if you keep picturing it, the universe will bring you everything you need to manifest it. You have to picture it with your heart. You have to put passion into it. Can you hear my passion when I read my story? When I read my goal, can you hear my passion? I can feel it. Picture it every day, morning and night. Have you written it out, Mary? You got to picture it with your heart. You have to believe that you can have it. If you're picturing it and thinking, well, I don't know, and I know this is a challenge for you. What if I set a goal and I don't reach it? I'd be a billionaire if I had $1 for every goal I didn't reach, I think. You just make another goal. You start over. You figure out what didn't work right, what worked right. Let's do more of what worked right. You learn every step of the way. You set a realistic goal. What that something can do for you. Page 38 if you have the book. Stay positive. Focus on the good. There are situations where, I recently had an experience with another business, and it left me feeling sad and maybe even a little angry. And I thought, I stopped for a moment and I took a breath and I thought, I need to find the good in this. And I did. I found the good in it. I found what was good from that relationship, what helped me, what could I find that was good from that, and then I let it go. And that's really what has to happen. You cannot hold negative feelings, ever. You cannot hold on to negative feelings. No one else is responsible for how you feel, and situations happen. And you need to stop for a moment and say, well, that really sucks. I need to take a step back and find the good. I need to find what came of that was very positive. Page 38. There are thousands, yes, millions of people seeking the secret, the key to health, riches, happiness, contentment, and a solution of their problems. Through the ages, many men and women had the secret, used the power, and I am positive you can acquire it too if you'll think as you read, accept, and apply the ideas contained herein. Like, is this magic or what? I mean, doesn't it feel like we're reading Ask and It Is Given? What do you want? What do you really want? Where are you going? Answer these two questions and you will give your life purpose and direction. What do you want? Where are you going? If you don't know what you want or where you are going, you will get next to nothing and end up nowhere. The person who is unsettled in mind is surrounded with unsettled conditions. Never forget, like always attracts like. How you are thinking today determines what you will be and where you will be tomorrow. Oh, thank you, Judy. That's right. I think he told me that he was helping someone. Have you ever noticed the indecisive individual? If he is behind the wheel of a car, he's the first one. He's the first in one lane and then in another. He slows down to make a turn, then changes his mind and speeds up. He's overcautious 1 minute, reckless the next. He doesn't know whether he's at or why. He doesn't know where he's at or why, and no one else does either. That is no way to get any place or do anything worthwhile. If you are unsettled, uncertain, undecided in your thoughts and actions, it is a sure sign that you are not in complete control of your mind and emotions. It is evidence that you have not yet been introduced to this creative power which can transform your life. Today, there is a superabundance of talk about atomic power. You may notice they always compare what an atom bomb or a hydrogen bomb or a cobalt bomb can do in terms of so many thousand tons of TNT. Can you tell this was written in the 50s? When I first discovered this power in me, the power that best described it was TNT. If you have a force in you equal to TNT, you don't need any greater power than that to move the mountains of fear and doubt and worry and tension and inferiority and frustration and hate and greed and prejudice which have been holding you back and weighing you down. Just light the fuse by picturing right things happening to you. Then step back and let that something, the magnetic creative power within you, take over. Just light the fuse by picturing right things happening to you. Do you get that? Do you get that statement? You light the fuse by creating a picture of right things happening to you. And that's what we did with you yesterday, Judy. We wrote a picture. We created a picture of you moving back to your hometown into your ranch-style home. Now that you have the picture, you have lit the fuse. Do you see that, Judy? You've lit the fuse. You have to light the fuse. And then you have to stay focused on the picture. So don't stay focused on the fact that you didn't sleep last night, or you're having panic attacks, or you feel like crap and you're tired. Stop focusing on that. When you feel like that, get your picture out. Take a moment and picture that ranch house. Picture how good it's going to feel to move there, because you know that feeling. You told us you did. So do you get the game, Judy? Is it making sense a little bit? It takes practice. Remember, you're brand new to all of this. It's starting to make sense, isn't it? How's that feel, Judy? How's that feel right now? I bet there's been a turn in your feelings. Just getting that little bit of understanding, thinking, okay, I lit a fuse. I have hope. I'm just going to keep picturing that house. I'm just going to keep thinking about the house. I feel like crap today, though. I have a headache. I'm tired. My body hurts. But you know what? It would feel better in the house. It would feel better in that ranch-style house, wouldn't it, Judy? If you were in that ranch-style home in your hometown right now, would you feel better, Judy? Just question. I'm just curious. Would you? Yeah. So, do you know what that would feel like, Judy? Do you know what that would feel like? You got an inkling of what that would feel like? And I love that you're playing along with me today. Yeah. So, just feel it, Judy. Just feel it. Do you get that? All right. So you have to picture it in your mind with your heart. And so when you picture in your mind, it's like, I know what that's going to feel like. I know I am going to feel so good when I'm there. I'm going to feel so good. And change the going. I feel so good knowing I'm going to be there. I feel so good knowing I'm going to be there. Is it starting to make sense? So number one, you have to have the picture. That's your fuse. You just lit the fuse. How do you keep the fuse going? You keep looking at the picture. That's it. So you come here every day so I can remind you to look at the picture. What can it do for you? You name it, and it can do it. Name it, believe in it, picture it, work at it, and this power will attract to you everything you need to accomplish what you desire. Name it, believe in it, picture it, work at it, and this power will attract to you everything you need to accomplish what you desire. Name it. Judy wants to move into a ranch-style home in her hometown. Believe in it. She believes it's possible. She has a good picture of it, and now she's going to work at it. Overcoming handicaps. We've got a bit of time. We're going to read on. A friend of mine who stuttered when a boy wanted to be a preacher. He grew up still wanting to be a preacher, but when he confided his desires to friends and loved ones, they either laughed at him or tried to discourage his ambition. Better pick up some vocation where you don't have to appear in public, they recommended. No one will ever listen to you. Why, you can't even speak a sentence without difficulty. And when you start stammering, it's embarrassing. It takes you half a minute sometimes to get a word out. But I don't have to be this way all my life, this man insisted. One of these days, I'm going to speak as well as anyone else. I can see myself doing it, and I will do it. Today, this man has a church, a big church on the West Coast. He is one of the most convincing and forceful speakers I have ever heard. And you would never know that there was a time when he had such a serious impediment in his speech. How did he overcome this drawback? By picturing, by calling upon that God-given creative power to help him out. He told me he used to go out into the farmyard and talk for hours to the chickens. He imagined they were people and that he was addressing them. He said, I seemed to scare them at first, and I guess I did go through a great many contortions trying to speak without distortion. Sometimes they would eye me curiously, stopping their eating to do it, and I would imagine I was holding their attention by my oratory. Occasionally, they would act as if they were mesmerized, as chickens often do, and I would pretend I was spellbinding them. Gradually, I obtained better and better control of myself, partly through this practice, partly through gaining an understanding of what had caused me to stutter. You see, my father had been a very dominating man. He believed in the old adage that a child should be seen but not heard. He criticized me as a boy when I would speak or express my ideas. It made me self-conscious. I became afraid that I would be ridiculed every time I opened my mouth. This caused me to start stuttering. After that, I was reluctant to speak in the presence of anyone, and people didn't want me to try to because it distressed them to see me struggle to say what I wanted to say. When I found that I could speak without stammering in the presence of the chickens and livestock, I developed the confidence that I could speak just as well in the presence of people. This confidence came as the result of a funny idea which occurred to me. I got the idea that all I had to do was picture people as so many chickens and cows and horses, and by doing that, I would lose my fear of them. It was a boyish concept, but it worked. It helped me not to take myself so seriously, to overcome my sense of inferiority and my feeling of self-consciousness. I realized, too, that I'd been picturing myself unable to talk in the presence of others because I'd been afraid of my father's rebukes. As soon as I changed this picture and asked for the power to express myself without fear, that something took hold of me. I then attracted the experiences and the training which developed me into the preacher I am today, just as I had visualized so many years ago. No matter what your seeming handicap, this creative power is ready and waiting to help you overcome it. Are you preparing your mind for the manifestation of this power in and through you? Are you? I believe you all are here. That's what we're doing. We're preparing our minds for the manifestation of this power in and through us. I love the way that's said. And you guys are amazing because you've all taken that first step and you keep taking another step and another. And every day you're growing. And Judy, I know that when you look back from when you first came here, wow, I can see such a change in you. Can the rest of you? And Judy, I hope you don't mind that I'm always picking on you. You're such a great participant, and I know that it helps you so much, and it helps everyone here, because I know when you came, you were very fearful, you were in a lot of pain, you talked a lot about all the things that were wrong, and you aren't doing that anymore. You're looking for answers, and you're playing the games with us, and you're starting to see a little bit of light. Am I right, Judy? Just a little bit. Maybe more than you even imagined could be there, but it's there. And the more that you hold on to that light and you hold on to that fuse, the bigger it's going to burn, and the bit stronger it's going to get inside you, so that nothing will be in your way. Absolutely nothing. And everything you desire will come to you. And it's all about focusing on those emotions, getting that feeling of it inside us and holding on to that feeling. Writing your story. You got to have a story. There's got to be a dream. You all have a dream of some sort. There's something you want to do. There's something you've always wanted to be, do, have. You know, in the 1 Minute Millionaire, when I went to that conference in San Diego and got to meet Robert Allen and spend some time with him, and you know what, the one thing that struck me about him is that he was an ordinary guy, just like the rest of us. He's mastered his thoughts. He's mastered his dreams, and he followed his passion. He found the plan. He asked for a plan. It came to him. He followed it. He went through he went through a near-death experience, very scary experience, and he survived. It changed his life. And if you listen to Esther and Jerry and listen to Abraham and listen to the words, and Abraham will say, why wait until you have a near-death experience? Why wait until things are so bad that it is that wake-up call for you? Decide to wake up now. And that's what we're all doing. Isn't it amazing? Do we all feel it pretty amazing? I'm just curious. Tomorrow we'll continue. How can you believe? How can you believe? We'll talk about that tomorrow. I think that's going to be very important. Today it is, let's see, general relationship well-being. It's Wednesday. I love that we're doing this in order, and then on Friday we'll have even a reader's choice. If you guys have a favorite guided meditation, let me know. I'd be happy to play it. So today is relationships. Relationships are important. The most important relationship is the relationship with yourself. Remember that the beat of the music is 3 beats of the music as we breathe in, 5 beats of the music as we exhale. Focus on the beats of the music. Focus on the
Welcome. We are extremely pleased that you are here. It is nice to have this opportunity to visit about relationships. Breathe in. Breathe out. There is no subject of greater significance to you than relationships, for without others you could not be you. Breathe in. Breathe out. The others with whom you share your planet are of tremendous value to you, even when you want different things. Your Earth environment is large enough to accommodate all of the variety of interests, beliefs, and desires. Breathe in. Breathe out. Your differences are of great advantage in the stimulation of new ideas, and are important to your expansion. Breathe in, breathe out. You came here eagerly anticipating the expansion that would be born from your interaction with others. Breathe in, breathe out. When you understand the value of differing opinions, you will reap immediate value from every relationship. And since you cannot make them change to please you, appreciating them where they are will give you ease. Breathe in, breathe out. Sometimes it seems like others have the power to negatively affect your experience, but that is never true. Breathe in, breathe out. Only your response to them has the power to pinch you off from the naturally good-feeling person you are. Breathe in, breathe out. Sometimes others believe that their happiness depends upon your response to them, but that is never true. If you encourage them to believe that and stand on your head to please them, you don't help them or you. Breathe in, breathe out. When you expect another to succeed without the benefit of your help, you see them as their source sees them. Breathe in, breathe out. When you believe another needs your help and you shore up their weakness with your strength, you help them not. Breathe in, breathe out. When you look for another's strengths, even when they are hard to find, your attention to them amplifies them. And in time, because of the spotlight you have shined, those strengths will become apparent to others as well. Breathe in, breathe out. When others lash out at you in anger with words or action, their battle is not with you, but with themselves. Breathe in, breathe out. If you do not take their behavior personally, understanding it is their personal battle, in time they'll leave you out of it. Breathe in, breathe out. Sometimes you think it is important what others think of you, and so you work to extract approval from them. is really little that you can do to keep their approval coming, for it is never about you, but about them. Breathe in, breathe out. If you will release all concern about how others feel about you and focus only upon how you feel about them, you will unearth your core understanding of who you really are, and you will discover what true freedom really is. Breathe in, breathe out. At your core, you are more alike than different, for you share a common thread of source and love and expansion. If you feel threatened by another, that threat is not real, for only you can stop the flow of your natural well-being. Breathe in, breathe out. As you insist on looking for positive aspects in others, in time, only positive aspects can be shown to you. For you will have incrementally adjusted your vibrational point of attraction, and by law, that must be so. Breathe in, breathe out. It is certain that you can find the relationships that you desire, but first, there is something very important that you must do. You must become a vibrational match to the qualities that you seek, because what comes to you always matches you. Breathe in, breathe out. Focus on the best you can in others, and when characteristics you want are missing, practice seeing them anyway. When you practice the thoughts of the things that you desire, they must show up in your experience. It is law. Breathe in, breathe out. You are doing extremely well. The relationships that you seek are flowing to you. Relax and enjoy the unfolding. Feel appreciation for what is, and eagerness for what is coming. There is great love here for you. Breathe in. For the next few minutes, letting the music guide you. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out.
I just want you to take it all in and remember that the more that we all practice expanding, the more the universe is expanding to meet us. There is no getting it done. You're never getting it done. So just enjoy where you are, enjoy the experience. Look at it as an experience. Just see it as that. Everything is temporary if you want it to be. Focus on what you want. Find what that is. Find that happy place. Just remember happy things. Get your story written down. If your story isn't written down, get it written, all right? By hand. Write it down by hand first. Very important. And then read it aloud at least twice a day, morning and night. And feel the feeling of it all day. It doesn't mean you think about it all day. You can certainly visualize it and picture it, but the important thing is to feel the feeling of it. So Judy, your challenge today until we meet tomorrow is to feel the feeling of living in that ranch-style home in your hometown. Because you know what that feels like. You can picture it. It's going to be nice when you're there, isn't it? Won't it be nice? You're going to feel good when you're there. So I want you to practice the feeling of that all day. So if all you have to do is just every time you feel iffy, grab that little story out and picture this. Close your eyes, picture that house. Just picture it. Just let it settle. Inch by inch, we're all going to get there. You guys are amazing. Enjoy this little video that I found quite upbeat and fun. And we'll see you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be TNT Thursday. We're going to blow it up. How do you get rid of nausea? You breathe it away. Yeah, ginger. Okay, ginger chews. I get little ginger chews, and they're in the organic aisle in the grocery stores. They're awesome. Just chew on some ginger. It'll get rid of your nausea, Judy. Okay? There are little things that can help you. The other things is just to don't focus on the nausea. Eat some crackers. Get some saltine crackers. They're the best. And ginger ale. If you can get Canada Dry ginger ale and sip on that all day, that's kind of a cure-all as well. But ginger will help. Your thoughts will help as well. Okay? So just do a meditation. It'll help you greatly. You guys have yourselves an amazing day. You know where to find me in the group. I love you guys. See you tomorrow. Keep trying everything, Judy. Just you need to relax and keep practicing. Don't focus on it, okay? So you've tried some different things. It's not working. So work on your thoughts instead. Instead of thinking how nauseous you are, think about your house, okay? Think about the house in your hometown. Even if you're nauseous, wouldn't you rather be in the house in your hometown and be nauseous? So if you're going to be sick, you might as well be sick there. Right? If you're going to be sick, you might as well be sick there. So picture yourself in the house, walk around the gardens, breathe in the air, and just be in the moment